Thank you for browsing page 121. Today we're going to take a look at the Central Supply Catalog Update 2023 and an item I'm going to be throwing my players' way in my forthcoming game. They're going to be on a planet with a kind of a thin atmosphere. You can breathe it without aid, but it's not recommended or good, so they're going to be looking at a habitat module. And the habitat module comes in two different forms, so I'm going to take a look at it now. Modular unpressurized quarters for 6 people, capable of withstanding anything less than hurricane force winds, is the habitat module. It includes 42 person days of survival rations, portable water, and power cells to maintain minimal lighting and temperature control for 1 day. Connections to external power sources are available. Quarters are tight with 3 bunks, a mini galley, and a very small fresher. The module contains requires 12 person hours to assemble. It will protect against tainted atmospheres and temperature extremes ranging from plus or minus 50 degrees centigrade. Habitat modules can be attached to other modules to form a base. As a standalone module, these quarters are intended for short duration stays and as emergency accommodations. Longer term activities, or those requiring room to do anything other than sleep, eat, and shelter in place, should consider using an advanced base. The Tech Level 10 version is pressurized and includes life support for 6 occupants for 1 week, and it's 1,000 person hours, and benefits from a collapsible emergency airlock. It adds protection against vacuum, trace thin, very thin, and exotic atmospheres and temperature extremes from plus or minus 100 degrees. External power sources are necessary to provide life support beyond 1 day, even if in relatively benign temperature environments. The walls of a habitat module provide protection of +2 against external damage. And then we take a look here. The basic is a Tech Level 8 shelter habitat up to 6 persons plus a week supplies. It weighs 1,000 kilograms and costs 10,000 credits. The improved can be pressurized as +10. Tech Level 10 provides short-term life support and the same stats as the 8. Tech Level 8 one weighs half as much, 500 kilograms, and costs 20,000 credits, costs twice as much. So why the heck do you need this? You're in a starship, you're flying around, you're going to land with your starship, you're going to be operating out of your starship. Why would you need a habitat module? Well, the adventure I'm going to be doing was going to have them on the surface of a planet with a tainted atmosphere. And they're going to be along as advisory personnel / security for a team that is doing some research in the area. And I like the idea of the habitat module as opposed to taking the starship out there and landing it. They don't really have a starship per se in the one I'm going to be doing. This is just like a one-nighter. It's going to be a little off the beaten trail for my players. It's going to be with a different set of characters. And I'm just trying to build up the other lower level characters. So I'm giving them this. And I thought a little planetary adventure might be in order. I'm kind of excited about this. I haven't done anything with thin atmosphere or making the environment beyond space, of course, being a real opponent for my players in quite a while. And I thought, well, the habitat module kind of sets the stage for that. So for reasons in the story, they're not going to have access to just bunking in their starship or in a starship. They're going to be setting up the habitat module. I just thought it would add a little different flavor to it and little ability for them to role play this instead of just sleeping in their bunk aboard the starship and using it as their base. I like it. I like this kind of stuff in Traveler. I like having habitat modules. I like having other equipment that your characters will need to deal with some things such as an exotic or thin atmosphere. And using a habitat module for that really kind of sets the stage. And then later, if I want to introduce something even more exotic, a worse atmosphere, maybe an acidic atmosphere, the players will have a baseline from which to work. They'll know enough about how to deal with the hostile environment without the starship, and that's kind of what I'm going for. And I think this will work. I'm going to throw in some local fauna that are going to be kind of hostile. They can't digest humans, but the animals don't know it. So they're going to be going ahead and attacking, and the players will have to defend the team against that. And then there's going to be some inner fighting amongst the team, and that's going to make the habitat module even more important because it's tight quarters, and that's kind of what I'm going for. So this is just like a little one-off. I'm not going to have everybody available to play when I run this. So I'm doing it as just a one-off with new characters, and we'll see how it plays. But this, I think, is going to be a pretty good one. So I'm just making the environment an obstacle, and I'm going to be putting them in very tight quarters with some argumentative NPCs, and I just think it's got some good role-playing potential. So let me know what you think. Do you use Habitat Module in your game? Have you done a thin atmosphere game where the players had to really consider their moves before they moved about out of doors, and maybe had some locally hostile animals that were part of the problem? It can be a lot of fun in Traveler. I've done it many times before, and this will be pretty new to this group. They haven't had an adventure like this. I haven't run one like this in quite a while. So I'm looking forward to it. So let me know what you think. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments below. Tell your friends. Also, if you take a look at the patrons, see if you can help me out there. To my existing patrons, I want to say thank you. The channel would not be around without you. And that's all I've got today on page 121. Just a short one. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.